Okay, this is a second video for ALA Midwinter. Again, an iPad demo, and again, just introducing you to some of the capabilities in the form of mostly free applications that are interesting because they show what the iPad can do and why it would be interesting to customers over a large range of disabilities. So let's see. What I'm going to start off with. Let's see, Google Earth. Let's do the visual one first. And this is just like Google Earth on the regular PC, but it's gestural, so you get more of a sense of. Now you can sort of turn the Earth around like that, and then and find places. So it's just like a big O, and if you use two fingers, it turns it up and down like that. So and also if you lean the thing like that, it turns up and down. So and then you can fly in on cities and things like that, and it really is a lot like flying around. I just found a forest. Okay, what's going on here? Anyway, you get the idea. I'm having trouble doing it I can do fine like this, but the idea is that you're navigating around in 3D space, and all just gestures. There's no keystrokes, so it's a style. You pick it up by testing it, and there's nothing you can do wrong. And eventually, after you play around for a couple minutes, you've got the movements, and then the kids get better and better at those movements because they're all gestural. So that was a visual Google Earth, and you can also type in places and go find them that way. The next one I was going to do is Dragon Dictation, which is a free application. You can see the fingerprints there on the iPad. Sorry about that, but Dragon is a free application. I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to say to the iPad that please write out all the words that I'm saying to you in Dragon speech recognition text. And hopefully you should say it says, and I'm going to say to the iPad that please write out all the words I'm saying in Dragon speech recognition text. You got me pretty well. I can't know if you can guys. Oh, there it is. Sorry. So, and that's a free application. You also, there's a Google app that you download where you can just talk to it and it'll look up stuff for you. I'm sure everyone's seen that on the iPhone and Android as well. So that's Dragon. Other ones that I wanted to show you, there's Improvox, which is great simple way to learn music. Oh, I got a big speaker over here which I'm going to turn down, and then just turn this Improvox on, and it's a harmonizer for free, I think, or a couple of bucks. I'm going to that's turning off now. Again, these are examples of things that it can, capabilities. And again, just each capability can be used to attract attention and to engage learning style, engage the kids' attention and their interest. And some of the hardcore assistive technologies that are going to teach math like that, for a student with a lower cognition or something like that, could use one of those capabilities. Like it might have an audio interface to it to teach what a graph is or something like that, so that you can hear the sound. But anyway, these that I'm demonstrating now are just the capabilities, not specific assistive technologies. So that was Improvox. I've got one here called Magic Piano, which is a great, a lot of people probably seen this one. It's a great first step for someone who's never seen a gestural interface before. Because you can just tap it, and I hope you can hear that. Now, I'm not hitting it in any specific place, just any place. And a lot of times when people first do that, they will quickly get embarrassed and jerk away from it after a couple of notes, because they really hear that's great, that song is really good, In other words, the iPad's making sure that you don't miss any of the notes, and that all you can do in there is emote. All you can do is compose with your emotions. And it's kind of embarrassing because, because people feel like, well, I got to do work in order to be able to express. But with quantization, so that's a really key concept. Quantize. You quantize out the stuff that you don't want. So, for instance, you could make a piano of all white keys, so that if you hit all the white keys in a piano, you got a scale anyway. With the iPad, you can hit just the pentatonic scale, for instance, and then you can't hit a wrong note in that scale. So things like that. It's quantizing because it's taking out quantities, quantum, ideas. You just hit the right stuff, and that concept pervades everything. It's not just sound. I mean, anything you could quantize. Quantize means that you just take a really high informational content gesture or output, and you quantize it to an understandable level, or to you tweak it. So that's a key concept. Again, and that this is not quantization as much as it is just the capability for this thing to be an instrument, an expressive instrument. So, that you can. So. Pretty easy and simple to learn to play when it's fun like that, and I'll lay it out for you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Maybe I should, as the last thing, what I should do here is demo some of the actual technologies that are on the iPad itself, because I've got a couple more minutes. So I'm going to show you. I hit this. There's only one button in the iPad right here. Hit it 3 times, and I get a little choice. Do you want to turn VoiceOver on or turn Zoom on? And that's the assistive technologies for blind, low vision. And I'm going to hit Zoom first. Now I've got a Zoom. What I do is I take 3 fingers, double tap. 3 fingers, double tap. Let me see. Turn Zoom on. Okay, 3 fingers, and move up. And I can make it as big as I need to, pretty much, in order to see to move around the operating system. And I'm going to double tap, it goes back. If I want it just about half that big, I just go like that, and then double tap, and it moves back and forth like that. Now if I'm on the internet, I don't even need that the 3 finger thingy. I just squeeze, make it big and make it small. Really simple. You don't have to buy an extra piece of technology or anything. It's just using 2 fingers to squeeze. Okay, now I'm going to turn Zoom off, and I'm going to turn VoiceOver on.
VoiceOver on.
There's VoiceOver.
Calendar.
So it just said
double tap to open.
It said calendar. It's just like JAWS screen reader. Announces, and the way you use this is just like a guitar. It doesn't matter where you hit. If you hit it fast, you can go.
Contact, notes, maps, videos, YouTube.
So see what I can do.
I'm doing iTunes, App Store, settings.
I'm just brushing it like
Game
a guitar.
Center, page 1 of doc, mail, fit photos, iPod.
And that was the last thing on there. So it's just a big menu. Goes up and down the menu. We go back to YouTube.
Video, YouTube, video.
Double tap to open.
Double tap to open YouTube.
Sorry. Double tap to open. You can also search around the screen.
YouTube password.
Oh, come on.
Username. Cancel. Button. Sign in. Alert. Authenticate. OK.
Okay.
Button. Subscriptions.
I forgot about that. I don't have that set up.
Accessibility options. Accessibility option. Turn voiceover off.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't have YouTube set up, but the way you would tap in there is you just feel around the screen for a letter. It's layout just like a keyboard. You feel around the screen until you hit the letter. It says you've hit A, and then you double tap to enter the A. And people get really good. It's really easy. Thanks very much. I'm out of time, so have a great ALA. 10 seconds.